Welcome to another episode of You Know,
Ball, baby.
brought to you by the Run the Play Network. Philly Phil, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. About to do this video on most disappointing Western Conference teams. We're going to talk it out. We may have some hot takes. We may have some iffy takes, but it's going to be fun. We're going to tell you guys how we feel about each team, and we're going to get into it.
Let's just get straight into it, bro. How do you want to do this? Because I put them in order of standings.
Same. I want to go bottom to top.
You want to go bottom to top, or you want to just pick random ones?
I kind of want to go bottom to top.
Let's do it then.
But what do you want to do?
Let's go bottom to
You
top.
want to go bottom to top? All right.
Let's go bottom to top. I guess we start with the Jazz. Number 15 seeded Jazz. What do you think about the bad teams? It's obviously hard to pick a disappointment.
Yeah.
But for me, I put their fit. I think that's kind of the problem right now. Like, they're having good game from Sexton, a good game from Clarkson, good game from George, John Collins. Laurie really hasn't been all that this year.
Yeah.
Walker's having some good games, but they're not all having games together. And I think that's been the problem with this team. I think they also want to be bad, though. So it's like they want to have a Cooper Flag on their team next season.
I low-key feel like they told Laurie Markkinen, yo,
Chill out.
if you chill, we get Cooper and y'all winning a chip. He was like, oh, say less.
Bro, if they do get Cooper, bro, I think in 3 to 4 years, this team could be not a contender, but a playoff, make some noise type of team.
Like a fun playoff team to watch.
Mhm.
Like ruin what? Take somebody out in the first round, go to the second round, lose? Something like that?
Bro, if I was Cooper Flag, I don't think there's a point guard I'd rather play with in my rookie season than Keontae George.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
It's a perfect fit. But what's your disappointment there?
I put Laurie Markkinen.
Yeah.
I put Laurie Markkinen, bro.
That's
I
your
literally
dog.
said, that's my dog, bro. I said he was going to be a what? I said he was 27
You said something
points.
crazy.
I didn't think it was, was it 30?
It was I think 28 and
28
10
or something. Yeah, 28 and 10. I thought he was going to do that.
What's
What
he
is
doing?
going on, bro? What is going on? I know he's been injured, but damn, bro. What?
What has he been doing? Do you know?
I think it's only I don't even
17,
think, yeah.
6, and 2.
I was gonna say 18.
So you were 10 off, boy.
It's
10 off
not
of the projection.
it's not been going too well for Philly boy right here. 17 with 6 rebounds.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I mean, they got a lot of dudes that they got to figure out. I think Cody Williams, they play him a lot. Collier, I feel like he's getting a lot more minutes than I thought, too. Filipowski's look good. He's getting a lot of minutes, too. I feel like there's just a lot of rotating pieces on that team. If they could get a Cooper Flag, bro, that just centers everything. They got to trade Walker Kessler, though, first. But I think, you could work with John Collins coming off the bench. Or even trade John Collins, honestly.
I'm wondering, would you rather want a Cooper Flag or an Ace Bailey on this team?
I think a Cooper Flag would just, centralize everything.
Yeah.
Ace Bailey might be, they don't have, a real small forward. So maybe that Ace Bailey, plugs there. But I think with the way this team is built, I think having a dominant offensive center around these dudes would work very well.
I would love Cooper Flag to go there.
Yeah.
I would love Cooper Flag to be in Utah. I think he works well. I think that they need, because I know Colin Sexton and Keontae George, they can play make, but I feel like with Cooper Flag, he'll be like a Franz Wagner type dude. Except better, I think. I think he's going to be better than Franz Wagner.
Oh, yeah. Even though, shout out Franz, he's been sneaky lately.
Franz Wagner's been going crazy.
He's been hooping, and no one's really talking about it.
Well, because Paolo went down, and they were like, damn it.
Hey, but, bro, that team is putting up, winning games, putting up 90 points a game, and Franz will have 25 of them.
He's
It's
doing
just
his
weird.
thing, man.
Yeah.
But Franz Wagner, we can't forget, Franz Wagner was cold before Paolo got there.
True.
He was cold.
True.
But Laurie, step it up. Just step it up.
Simple. Quick and simple. Just step it up. Let's just jump up one more. New Orleans Pelicans is the 14th seed. What's your disappointment for the Pelicans?
I feel like you might have both the same thing.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Injuries.
Zion.
Oh, well, yeah, Zion.
I was going to put injuries, but I felt like injuries was almost an easy way out for this team. Because Zion, when he's played, he's had games, but he hasn't looked amazing. And I think that's the problem I'm having with this team.
Bro, there's just so many people hurt on this team. DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy III, Jose Alvarado, and Jordan Hawkins.
Yeah.
That's literally like their whole starting lineup along with their 2 key bench players.
But if injuries didn't happen, we wouldn't know how good Brandon Boston is.
That man, Brandon Boston Jr., and he was on the Flippers, right?
Yeah.
What were y'all doing?
He's been balling, bro.
Like, do you feel like he do well with the Flippers right now?
Fuck yeah. That's what we'll hold on that. I got something for the Clippers.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about Brandon Boston when we talk about the Clippers.
Got you.
Number 13, the Portland Trail Blazers. My biggest disappointment for them has been the trade market. I feel like when I watch them, bro, I like what I see from Scoot, from Shaden, from Klingen.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they haven't been able to move like Robert Williams, Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant. Like these dudes are taking touches from their dudes they're trying to establish. When you have dudes like Kamara and Chris Murray who like have looked decent, like that matters, bro. If they could build, bro, they have one of the best young cores in the NBA, but it just doesn't show because they have like Anthony Simons there. And that's the dude I rode for in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a jersey. But but it's just like they're missing like the space for these guys to like be young and thrive.
That's why I'm excited for him, bro, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, what team can't really lose in a trade? And when I was looking at the Trailblazers roster, I was like, the Trailblazers, because they have so many people at different positions, whether they're veterans or whether they're rookies, that they can trade away.
Bro, if they trade away like Simons or Grant for like nothing, I think that's a win.
Yeah.
Because you're letting like Shaden Sharp and Scoot and them like actually develop.
I really want the Lakers to trade with them.
For who? I
really want to. I want to get Jeremy Grant and one of their centers. One of them. Either if it was Duop Reed for Robert Williams III for... I wouldn't mind throwing in 2 first-round picks and then salary filler for it. Okay. I wouldn't mind.
That's a fair trade. I thought you were about to like...
Oh, no, I'm not just going to be like, for Gabe Vincent.
I thought you were going to do the D'Lo shit.
No. I don't
D'Lo for Jeremy Grant and Robert Williams.
I feel like they'll take whoever they want as long as they get 2 first-round picks.
Even D'Lo, I would like there. I think D'Lo could like be a good advisor to Scoot.
Yeah.
And D'Lo don't take as many shots as Anthony Simons. So it's just a better fit.
Yeah.
But Anthony Simons is their like closer. And D'Lo there would be fun because we could see that like D'Lo's like letting the youngins rock. Let me take you there, D'Lo. Mm-hmm. I love when he's on that timing.
You might be right because I remember you were talking. This may be your chance to prove that one thing. Because remember when we were talking about the shooting guard list and I had Austin Reeves over Anthony Simons, and then you were saying like if Anthony Simons was on the Lakers,
I would love to see it.
He'd go crazy.
He would.
There may be a chance it might happen.
But I think Anthony Simons has he had a disappointing year?
I think he's been injured, but he hasn't been having a season like Austin Reeves.
So, Austin Reeves been hooping, bro. I seen they put Austin Reeves stats next to Jamal Murray's on Twitter.
I saw that today.
I seen it like 4 times, I think in the last 2 days.
I was shook when I saw that because I was like, damn, Reeves, if you think about it, has been playing better than Jamal Murray.
I seen someone say Jamal Murray without Jokic is brawny.
All right, let's chill out now.
What did you say their disappointment was?
For the
Blazers,
I didn't get to say it, but to be honest, Danny Advia.
Okay.
And I don't know if it may be what you said, like he probably hasn't had enough time to shine, but at the same time, he was starting, and he hasn't really been capitalizing on that.
Yeah, what's he up to?
I don't think he's averaging that well. Maybe it's like an 8-4-2 thing or something.
10-6-3. But yeah, it's like... It is weird because it's like his time to shine was before Shaden Sharp got there.
Yeah.
And then Shaden Sharp got there and now he's look fucking good, bro. Like I think Denny could be a great role player for this team. Mm-hmm. I felt like people had a lot of high expectations for Denny. I wasn't on that train. I always thought he was good, but I'm not as good as I feel like.
It's because I made that trade, bro. I made that trade. Somebody gave me Anthony Edwards and Denny Advia for Miles Turner and Tyler Hero.
That idiot.
I thought it was a good trade.
Was that Rico?
Nah. He'll trade me next. I'm getting Dyson Daniels from him.
Get him. That's a dog right there.
But
number 12, the San Antonio Spurs. What's been your biggest disappointment so far?
I'm not going to lie. It's been, to me, I did not expect them to shoot as many threes as they have. I think they're leading their top 5 in the league for 3-point shooting attempts.
Because Wemby think he KD, bro.
Low key. That's kind of what's been bugging me because I thought they'd like run a little bit more plays. Granted that, yeah, Popovich has suffered a stroke and he's out. And we hope that he's better. Like, for real. That's one of my favorite coaches of all time. But I don't know. Like, they've been doing this even when he was the coach. So I don't know if that's the play or I don't know if that's like what they talked about, like maybe they're trying to tank for somebody, but I don't know. I've just been disappointed. I want to see more actions. I don't just want to see them chucking shots up. I want to see Chris Paul helping them navigate. Like, I was watching that Laker game and I could barely even recognize if Chris Paul was on the floor or not.
His ass looks so funny, bro.
Until this camera zoomed in on him.
Yeah, he looks so old, bro. Poor guy.
But I don't know, man. That's been my disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a similar boat with you. Not necessarily the Spurs shooting threes, because I do think they have a lot of players that should be shooting threes. Yeah. But it shouldn't be Wemby, bro. Wemby's shot chart to me has been one of the most disappointing things about this team, bro. I think, like, obviously, it's hard to talk about a dude who had a 50-point game in this way, especially when his 50-point game, he was shooting the lights out. But, like, bro, he is taking more threes than twos. Mm-hmm. And, wait, is that right?
I think so. Because, remember, he was 8 for 16 in that 50-piece game.
Yeah, he's taking an even amount of threes and twos, but he's generating more points off twos than threes. Mm-hmm. So, pretty much, he's shooting them and he's not making them, but he's making the shots in the paint. Keep going in the paint, bro. He's just the 50-piece he shot in rhythm. It looked nice. But he's just not like doing that consistently enough. Yeah. You know? Like, he should be taking more twos than threes. He should be shooting in rhythm more rather than chucking. And that's my problem with them.
They just try to get a little bit more pick and rolls in there where they switch, like, well, even if it's a 6'8" dude, just get somebody who's not 7 foot on him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just get stuff to go where he could back him down.
I feel like that's one thing they were trying to do also against the Lakers that I was impressed with, but I don't know. I need them to run more of that.
It's interesting to think about because, like, Wemby with his frame and his jump shot and stuff, like, at 7'4", you want to see him put on muscle. Yeah. If he puts on muscle, he's not going to be able to shoot the same. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if this is the direction you want him to go, where he's going to be 7'4", skinny and shooting the lights out, let that fly. Because we know Wemby's potential is a top 10 player in the league, top 5 player in the league. Yeah. But if I were a part of the organization, he got to put on some muscle, bro. We could have him shoot in, like, the corners, but he don't got to be step back. You know, It's just ugly. It's ugly basketball. And it's frustrating to watch, but hey, that's past me.
When do you think it's time to worry for the Spurs?
I don't think this season's a time to worry.
Well, not even that. Like, when do you think in the next coming years? When do you think it would be worrisome to still be in this state if there were to be in this state?
I'm gonna be honest. The type of player Wemby is, bro. I think Wemby, if he develops in this direction where he's going to be a shooter, I think he'll still be a great player. Mm-hmm. I just think it would be more on the Spurs misutilizing him.
Got you.
But I don't think this team will be in this position forever. I mean, if it were next season and they were this bad, then I'd start to worry. Okay. To answer your question, but I don't think they'll be this bad next season. I think, like, even if it's not Wemby, but having Castle there, bro, I really believe in Stephon Castle. Mm-hmm. Like, I really think he has that, like, not all-star jump next year, but, like, kind of like how we saw Tyrese Maxey's progression. I think Castle could have that. Number 11 is the Clippers. My biggest disappointment was letting a player walk. Letting that player, not Paul George, that player is Brandon Boston, bro. Mm-hmm. I think Brandon Boston on this team right now would be so beneficial to play next to James Harden, bro. Play next to Zubac. Like, having another dude who's a bucket, because obviously Norm's that bucket, James Harden's that bucket. You have a third guy there who could play good defense, shoot 45% from the field and 36 from three in, like, his starter minutes, because his first 2 games he didn't really play much. Bro, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal. Bro, that is a dude that you want on your team.
I'm just trying to figure out why he wasn't really playing. Because the way he plays now with the Pelicans, and I'm not saying, like, this is what he would have done without a doubt stat-wise for the Flippers, but he's playing well on both sides of the ball. Wouldn't this be a good sub to have out there for either Paul George or Kawhi Leonard?
I think Brandon Boston to me seems like the type of dude, if he's hooping in practice, I'm assuming he's a practice player.
Yeah.
Like that's just his play style. But
I don't know. I think some teams better call the Pelicans about him.
I don't know. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm gonna have to take calls on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been good, bro, and like he's on a 2-way right now. So the Clippers could have thrown him a minimum, and they would have had him.
Yep.
What's your disappointment for them? Let me guess. Kawhi.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's pretty much it. I don't know, man. I just because the reason why I put it was because he didn't play on the USA team because he was hurt. Thought he had enough time to heal up, get better. He's still not playing. And it still says no timetable for return. So I'm starting to get nervous on, is it going to be a whole season type thing where he just misses the whole season? Or I don't know. Because I feel like he's the missing piece for this team. Like, I feel like they'll look so much better if he's out there.
My uncle is a Laker fan. And he asked me yesterday what I thought about Kawhi. And, like, if I think the injury is serious. And, bro, it's kind of reminding me of in the NFL what happened with McCaffrey.
Yeah. Where
the injury kind of came out of nowhere. We like assumed it was going to be a week or two, and then it started feeling like as the season went on, like he might not come back. And McCaffrey did come back. I think Kawhi will be back around like All-Star break.
I hope he is. Excuse me.
Yeah, but my uncle is funny, bro. He's a Laker fan, but he watches more Clipper games than Laker games because he watches the Clippers to watch them lose.
Oh yeah,
literally, that's all, bro. When I talk to him about basketball, I never see no one hate. Like he dead ass is a Laker fan who watches more Clipper games. That shit is so funny to me.
I mean, if we can't watch a Laker game sometimes, if it's blacked out or something, we will watch the Clipper game.
Oh, he got a Spectrum, bro. But I know his ass got Clipper.
What?
I know his ass got Clipper Vision, too.
What are you doing? I wouldn't pay for no Flipper Vision.
Just to watch him lose. Like, it's the funniest hate watch. I think I know in my personal... What is that? Damn, what the... Bro's fucking a pig over there. Like that Black Mirror episode.
Oh my god!
Damn,
Black Mirror. Oh,
what a show!
For real.
At number 10, we got the Dallas Mavericks. You know I'm about to go in on them. So before we get to them, let's hear a word from our sponsor. We want to give a huge shout out to Boom Fantasy for sponsoring this episode. Boom Fantasy is a betting app like something you have never seen before. Their pick and spin feature allows you to cash out up to 500 times your money on a 2-leg parlay. If that's not your style, they have a traditional pick'em as well. You can play with different stat odds and different payout odds that'll shift accordingly. Sign up with Boom with the link in the description or use code RTP when signing up for a risk-free $250 bet. Simple, fun, daily fantasy sports. Gamble responsibly. All right, Phil. Dallas Mavericks. You want to start so I can finish?
I'm not going to lie. I'm sad that the starting squad has been in and out of the lineup over and over again. That's one thing that I'm disappointed with. So I know it's out of their control because, you can't control if you get hurt or not. But, it's sad because I want to see more of this lineup. I want to see how to beat them if we can figure it out. But they need to be in the lineup to figure that out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
I mean, they've been bouncing around a lot. Even when they're in the lineup, like their 5 hasn't looked as good as it should, as good as it did in the playoffs last year. So with that being said, my biggest disappointment, you know where this is going, bro. It's Luka Doncic to me. When you have this expectation, this standard, this way that everyone's talking about you, that you're the best player in basketball, people were saying in the offseason, bro, cut that out. Like, that conversation should be dead. It is dead now. Luka Doncic should not be in those conversations. I have so many when we posted that video, speak when you see a player better than
oh yeah.
People were so mad that we didn't say Luka, bro.
Yeah.
And this is my thing with Luka, bro. First of all, Luka is a ball stopper. Luka gets the ball and you know that it's either going to be like a shot attempt or he's looking for the assist. It's not like we're looking for the point. He's looking to make the play to end the game. And honestly, the game against the Jazz, where he gave up the dunk, I wasn't mad at him passing out of that shot. People were mad. I didn't really get that shit because y'all don't play basketball. But Luka to me, bro, it's like I've watched game after game. Kyrie's getting in a groove. Quentin Grimes is getting in a groove. Jaden Hardy has had games where it looks like he's about to get in a groove, and Luka will just take a step back, bro. Like, he'll kill that momentum. And it's just so frustrating to watch because, like, this team can't go anywhere if it's just going to be Luka. It's not just about Luka, bro. they made the finals last year, and that was a great run and all that, and they could have won a championship. I'm not gonna act like I didn't like, not glaze them, but act like it just was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But at the way they're playing this year, bro, Luka's defense and Luka's offense needs to get figured out. It needs to, bro, because like they are taking the ball out of dude's hands. His defense is terrible. That John Collins shit,
that made me mad.
Bro, that switch shit was so lazy because he did that because he didn't want to guard Jordan Clarkson. Like, you are ducking and then like, bro, it's just, I don't get these conversations, bro. And my whole thing with Shea is, and not to make this a Luka versus Shea thing, I could do this, my thing with Tatum, whoever.
Yeah.
They could fit on a great team. Luka Doncic, you have to put him on a team and build around him.
Yeah.
That's why I've been so critical for LeBron, because I feel like LeBron can't fit on a team. You got to build the team around LeBron. Same thing for Luka. And maybe it's just me as a basketball fan. Maybe y'all are right about Luka and I'm wrong. But when I look at a team, bro, I would much rather have a dude where I could go out and get whoever the fuck I want. And I know if I need him to be an elite scorer, he'll do that. If I need him to play defense, he'll do that. If I need him to play make, he'll do that. Luka, to me, just does like Luka. He just does. He's going to be the same player no matter where he is, whether that helps or hurts his team. SGA can mold. Tatum can mold. Jokic, we've seen Jokic win a championship with that style of basketball. So Jokic gets a pass on that. But like the elite dudes in the league, bro, can mold themselves into AD. AD can mold. He could be that bucket one night. He could be guarding the other team's best big the next night. Luka don't mold, bro. It's always Luka. If Kyrie's got 35 and we need a last shot, Luka's going to want that ball, which is fine. You're one of the best players in the world. It's fine. But, bro, like, you cannot stop your team from hooping, bro. They won without him because PJ Washington and all them got into grooves. Like, it's frustrating for me, bro.
Nah, yeah. Watching the finals kind of woke me up just a little bit on the Luka train because I don't know, man. It's just he'll shoot weird. Like he's gotten a lot of game winners and clutch shots. We know this. We've seen it. But like in those stages, the highest point in the NBA finals, you gotta change. Like you gotta be serious. You have to be locked in. You can't just do what you were doing in the regular season and just have it magically go in. The pressure is different. So seeing what he's doing this year, something needs to change. Something. And I think it's mainly because of defense. It's gotta be. You can't just thrive off of just being the best offensive player, even though it's not. I think Jokic is the best offensive player.
Yeah, I agree. I think KD's a better offensive player.
That too. I think that he just they need to figure it out because I think teams are figuring him out. I think teams are realizing, as long as you pressure him enough and make him shoot a bad shot, like, yeah, maybe some will go in, but you might get a lot of tips in that you're going to be up by 15 at that point.
Luka needs to take that Devin Booker mentality from that quote.
I'm not going to lie. I was going to say that next.
He needs that mentality, but
man, let Kyrie rock.
I could shit on the Mavericks all day. Let's go to number 9, the Kings.
Got you.
My biggest disappointment, and this one felt like a reach. This was probably one of the hardest teams to pick a disappointment for.
It really was.
I put Malik Monk.
I did too.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming off an ankle injury. Last year he was 36% from 3. This year he's 27% from 3. I think he's down 3 points per game. It's hard because it's like he's in a new situation kind of.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for it to be like a disappointment. But that would be like my biggest disappointment.
I think they just... Man, it's just weird because now you got all this like... not all this star power. DeRozan is a star. I'm just not going to pull him up there with the SGAs and all that. But it's like now you have somebody who isn't a Keon Ellis who can actually score like consistently. Like he's known for that. So I feel like it makes his role a little bit harder because now he's trying to match that. But also I think they're still trying to figure out who they are because De'Aaron Fox, he's on his tear, man. Keep going. Facts. It's fun to watch. Sabonis, he's their center. They got their two main people are doing their thing. But then Keegan Murray, he's had a couple of bad games. DeMar DeRozan, he's been day to day. He's been out, in, over and over again. But he's had a couple bad games. I think they're just still trying to like get that identity of what they're trying to be. Because I thought it was going to be defense. I thought it was going to be.
But you were crazy for that.
I don't think I was that crazy.
I think you were crazy.
I don't think I was that
I don't
crazy.
look at them as a defensive team.
They've had their moments a couple times.
Yeah, you could have your moments, but bro, I mean, you're talking about a team with Fox, DeRozan, Sabonis. I don't see how you could that's not a defensive team. Mm-hmm. Me personally,
I see potential.
You believe?
I low-key do believe.
You could. I think they could have a surprising defense. Mm-hmm. I don't think they'd ever be a defensive team. That's what I thought was crazy.
Like the Orlando Magic type thing?
No, the Magic are a defensive team, bro. They got dudes. But like if it was like a I don't even know. Like a team that you just like don't have the personnel to be a defensive team because they don't. But if they surprised on defense, then I'd be like, "Oh, they're a surprising defense." You got DeRozan and Fox, bro. That's not a defense. That can never be a defensive team.
You don't think Fox can lock up?
He can lock up, but he's not like I mean, he's had that in spurts, like you said, but that's not who he is as a player anymore. He's not a defensive player, bro.
Man, get that off the screen. I'm sorry.
Jake Paul.
Stinking Jake Paul and Tyson. But anyways, continue.
What you got with the Grizzlies, number 8?
Grizzlies, to be honest, I think maybe like you got an updated version or something because I have like the Timberwolves there, but then the Grizzlies above. But then
wherever you want to go.
But anyways, Grizzlies.
Pick one.
Grizzlies. It's just been the same thing. Injuries.
I
John
put the
Morant,
injuries for them.
Desmond Bane, Gigi Jackson. I know Vince Williams is back, but Vince Williams was hurt too. That's been only the disappointing thing. I think they're doing a good job of what they have.
Yeah, I feel like
for real.
I put injuries as well, but I think the injuries haven't been all bad.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing more for Brandon Clark, Jalen Wells, Jay Huff,
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yes, Scottie Pippen Jr. Like a lot of these dudes are surprising.
Mm-hmm. I know that the Lakers and Memphis Grizzlies, they got their thing. I know me and John Morant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, talking trash about them, but their whole team, I like them. They fight, and the one thing I respected was their game plan against the Lakers. They said, no matter what, run the heck out of the ball. So whenever they got the rebound, boom, they were gone. So I love that they're a young team and they can move like that. No, they won the first one and then we beat them the last time we played them.
Okay, my brother was at that game. Josiah was at that. He's a Grizzlies fan.
Yeah, but I just love how young and like motivated they are because some teams like they're still trying to figure out stuff, but they play really well together. Their chemistry is really good.
Yeah.
So I think this is good too because when you get John Morant, Desmond Bane, Gigi Jackson, these guys back, their bench is going to be ready.
Yeah, they're going to be ready to play for sure.
They're not going to put up crazy stats, but they're definitely going to help them win games.
Yeah, I think so. And I feel like that's always been a thing with the Grizzlies where they just draft so good, bro. Mm-hmm. They find the dudes. They fill them out, bro. And like they don't even have Gigi Jackson this year. Like they're not going to have him the whole year. I don't know how long Vince Williams is out. Is he out the year too?
I think he came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they just got a lot of dudes, bro. And that's what I kind of like that the injuries happen because I think this team, bro, in the playoffs, this team's going to be ready.
They're going to be deep.
Yeah, they're going to be deep for sure. Like the Timberwolves, the number 7 team, my biggest disappointment was Dante DiVincenzo, bro. That's my guy. Last season, I legitimately was saying he was a top 3 shooter in the NBA. Mm-hmm. But he's slowly ramping up. I think once he figures it out, bro, this team is fully unlocked because if they could get him involved in the offense, bro, he could just shoot that thing, cuzzo, then they're going to be decent.
One thing I want to ask you, what is their identity? If you had to choose one for them, like from all the games you've been seeing. Because remember last year, they were known for their defense. Like Anthony Edwards, yes, he was scoring, but the Twin Towers thing with Kat and Rudy, the defense with Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley, and Anthony Edwards, and then the guys off the bench, they were playing defense. So what do you think is their identity this year?
I don't know, bro. That's a tough-ass question. I feel like maybe shooting because Anthony Edwards is taking so many threes. You have a DiVincenzo, you have a Nikhil, and then like Naz Reid shoots the clip. Mike Conley shoots it. Like Julius Randle, we've seen it game winner travel threes. Like I think maybe it's 3-point shooting if I had to pick one identity.
Yeah.
But I think this team is very well balanced and well tooled to take on whatever they want. Yeah. Like if Rudy's struggling, like Naz Reid could go in there. If they want to play small, they could slide Julius Randle to the 5. If they need if Ant needs space, they can make that work. Like, they've got dudes that could kind of do everything. We could clamp you up if we need to stop you on a possession. We could also get a bucket if we need that. Like, they could shift their focus. I think versatility, maybe. Yeah. Changing threes to versatility. That's my final answer.
Yeah. I like that. No, to be honest, I do like that because that was one thing I was imagining when they did get Julius Randle because, yes, without a doubt, Cat played his role perfectly last year. As much as I hated on dude, he played his role perfectly. But then with the Julius Randle thing, I like that he is a 4 that is 6'9" and can move a little more laterally to guard those faster 4s that you're going to play on other teams, or small ball, whatever you want to call it, and it works for them. That's what I was imagining. But one thing I did write down as disappointment, I don't think they know who they are yet. I think they have the talent. I think they have the roster.
I like that.
I definitely don't think they need a trade. Thank you. I just think that they need to figure out what is it that is the core to them winning this year. Because, Dante DiVincenzo off the bench, damn, come on, bro. I don't want me as Dante DiVincenzo, but like as long as they figure out what they are, for if it's shooting, shoot the heck out of the ball, try to get a rhythm. If it's defense, make teams suffer. But I think they just need to figure out what gets them going to win the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really like that, actually. I think they haven't figured that out yet, which is fine because it's a kind of new team. But yeah, they do have a lot to figure out for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go up. So you got the Nuggets here?
Yes.
Number 6, I have everything other than Jokic is my biggest disappointment. Right?
That's something up perfectly.
Pretty much.
How nonchalant you were. Everything other than Jokic.
Literally everything other than Jokic has been a disappointment, bro.
Oh, man, that was good.
Like, I think if they had another dude take that huge jump, this team is legitimately like they could win a championship.
Yeah.
But they just haven't had no one take that huge jump. And I still think they could win a championship because Jokic is that fucking good. But they just need literally everything other than Jokic has been disappointing.
I think they should low-key go back to traditional basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just have a million
high post,
plays.
low post.
Yeah. Just have a million plays and just have people backdooring, like, just running amok, and just have Jokic just control everything.
Run that Haywood offense.
Literally. Literally. Like,
bro, what are you on over there, dude? That sounded like a dragon. No, we heard it.
Nah, but yeah.
Dog. This dude is a troll, bro. And Christian Brown has been a surprise this season.
No, he really has. I want to put respect on him because, well, also I got him in fantasy and he's been doing me good lately. I got some wins because of him.
He's been doing you good.
Not like that. Fantasy numbers. But
you've been fantasizing about him?
Fantasy numbers in fantasy basketball. But I think that is good. I just also wonder, would you try to do one small trade?
They do need to do a small. I think they need to find, and I was talking to my cousin about this actually. I feel like there's not as many like low tier buckets in the NBA, like how like Deion Waiters was, and Mario Chalmers, and like Mario Chalmers wasn't a bucket, but dudes like Deion Waiters, like J.R. Smith, like dudes like that. I think they would need a dude like that, but there's just like, it's hard to think of someone like that that's on the market. On the market. Hey, Norman Powell is averaging 23. He's higher than a Deion Waiters.
I would love to see Norman Powell on the Denver Nuggets, to be honest.
That would be like a match made in heaven, bro.
Because whose spot would he? Well,
Brown.
Christian Brown.
I mean, if I were, it would be Jamal, Norm.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. I was about to bench his ass. I forgot about him. Aaron Gordon and Jokic.
That would be a nice lineup.
It would be a nice lineup.
That would help with the KCP missing thing. Actually, Norman Powell's a better scorer, and I feel like, not a better defender than KCP, but he still plays good defense.
Yeah, definitely. He puts the effort in for sure. What's your disappointment for them?
I just put that it doesn't help that Aaron Gordon is out now, because I feel like that makes it way harder for Jokic. Because Gordon, yes, Jokic gets all his rebounds, but Gordon helps with all of them. And he also helps create second chance points. Yeah. So with that gone, now it's just the Michael Porter Jr. and Nikola Jokic show. And also, like you said in the last video about the Jamal Murray and Austin Reeves side by side, Jamal Murray has not been playing the way he should be.
That might have been this video when we talked about the Blazers.
I'm tripping.
But yeah, he hasn't.
He hasn't. So I feel like That's also a disappointment. I can't go too into that because we always talk about Jamal Murray, and I kind of want to cut them a break. But yeah, just losing Aaron Gordon for a little while. I know he'll be back soon, but this is kind of killing them for these games that they're playing.
I agree. Number 5 is where the Phoenix Suns are. With the KD injury, obviously. What's your biggest disappointment for them?
Honestly, how they're playing without KD.
Yeah.
I feel like now this shows you that you rely too much on him. That may at the same time this is good because now they can. What happened?
He's just checking something.
Oh my bad. I feel like this is good because now they can use this as a way to figure out how to win if KD were to go down, and also they could find other pieces that can either be good subs to come in for them, like could even benefit. Like I feel like Ryan Dunn, I feel like is benefiting from this, which I feel like this is good experience for him. Like he's a really good defender. And he's also doing a really good job shooting from the corner. Really good job. I know he missed a couple in the last 2 games, but I think he's going to pick it up. But I think Phoenix is okay. I think this is a good stepping stone for them.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. What about you?
Yeah, I think the KD injury hurts in the clutch because I felt like KD was their closer, and now they're just losing games. But my biggest disappointment was Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen, to me, like, they paid him. He should not be the 7th most efficient 3-point shooter on the team. That's crazy.
Wow.
So, and in the rotation, because there's 2 dudes with higher percentages, but they played like 1 game. I think it's Oso and Ty.
Oso has a better.
I think Oso's like 1 for 1.
Okay.
But I'm saying like rotational guys like Okogie shooting better than him this season. Like,
that's not good.
Devin Booker shouldn't be allowed to be triple teamed. Because you have a Grayson Allen on your team.
Yeah.
He should be the punisher for that. So it's just like, I get he got his bag, whatever. But, bro, like, if Grayson Allen was out there hooping, then this team I look at a lot more seriously.
Yeah. Honestly, you just need him. And didn't they get another 3-point shooter on that team?
They got Tyus.
We haven't even talked about Bradley Beal. Is he doing okay?
He's been doing good. I mean, he's been doing better than last year. But they got Tyus Jones, if that's what you're talking about. But
I feel like Tyus Jones is always doing fine though.
Yeah, he's the most solid dude in the NBA.
The assist to turnover ratio king.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. What you got on your Lakers? I'm gonna get a game on real quick.
Here we go.
I gave you the space to go in. I didn't write much.
Here we go. We don't have a center. Gabe Vincent. Injuries. No trades. I'll give you 4. There it is.
4 seed.
Bro, it's just, I'm going to be for real. My bad. I'm still disappointed that we do not have a center besides Anthony Davis, like a clear-cut center. I don't think Jackson Hayes is that. I don't think Christian Coloco is that. I think they're good third-string centers. They should not be our second-best center off the bench. Gabe Vincent, he's been terrible. Let's be for real. I don't even think he's made a 3 in the last,
No, he hit one in the Spurs game, I think.
Oh, he did. Never mind.
Because I was watching that with Christian and Ian, and they were like, he finally did something.
Yeah, he's just been running cardio out there, and it's been disappointing because I thought he'd be like a 6-2-2 type of guy.
Yeah.
But he needs to pick it up. I think he might be the most disappointing thing on this list because trades, I get it. You're trying to be careful. You're trying to pick the best thing. I think it's obvious now that we have to trade with Trailblazers because that's the easiest way to get a center. But
Time Lord.
That too. I want Time Lord.
Time Lord there would be decent.
I would just talk to him. I'm just disappointed in the way Gabe Vincent's been playing. There's been times that without stats, he's been doing his job defensively, bothering people, but it still doesn't help that he's on the court and not either scoring a layup, getting a 3-point shot, or creating a good assist, or even getting assists. He can't get me no assists. So I don't know. It disappoints me that we don't have a center, but it really bothers me how Gabe Vincent's been playing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I literally didn't write much for mine because I was like, I'm gonna let you cook. I know you're gonna cook, but it is surprising with all of that. They're still the 4 seed, bro. Like this team has been pretty decent this season. Out of all the teams though, under them, like the Suns, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Kings, Mavericks, not the Clippers, but I feel like all of those teams have something bigger to figure out. And when they figure that out, I think they're better than the Lakers.
Oh, we're screwed.
I think the Lakers are just like right now, like because they came in the season with the same roster as last year, there's not much figuring out to do for them.
That's another thing. So all you Lakers fans that think this is awesome that we're the 4th seed in a 9-4 record. That means nothing. That literally means nothing. I love the last one we got. I love the last 2 because it was a back-to-back whatever. Teams are still figuring stuff out. Like he said, once they figure that stuff out, they're going to kill us.
There's nothing the Lakers can do to get better at this point other than trade.
That is exactly why we need to
problem.
make a trade right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. I don't know what they already told us what they want. Utah, Nets, Trailblazers, they told us they have the centers, they have wings that can play defense and shoot. Something needs to happen now. And if it doesn't, the window's gone or they're going to a different team. And then if we stick with this lineup, I promise you guys, we're going to be the 12th seed. We're going to be the 12th seed. I promise you. If we stick with this, we're going to be the 12th seed. 1,000%. I'll put money on it.
Hey, I'm not going to bet against that.
10 to 12. 10 to 12.
For the Lakers, I put Bronny. No, I'm playing.
I was like, come on.
No, I'm playing. I knew you were going to go in, so I just want to say the NBA's a joke for not banning Jackson Hayes. That's all I put.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that there hasn't been any news since what we talked about.
Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. It's so bullshit. They're just I don't know if they're protecting him or what. I don't think they're protecting him, but maybe there's just not a case for it or something. But like, it's disappointing to say the least. Number 3, the Houston Rockets.
Yep,
they're in a great game right now versus the Bucks. I was trying to get that on the TV, but it's not working. I think it's probably Jabari Smith.
Same thing here.
But he had a great game the other day.
Mm-hmm. But what has he been doing so far?
Hey, what if he gets rolling? I think he's the type of dude that's going to take time. He had 28 and 10 the other day. I think this team could stay as a 3 seed.
I think they could stay top 5.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. They're a fun team. They're athletic. They're deep. Like, they got kind of it all. I like the Rockets this year. I think they're not like contenders or nothing, but they're kind of like the Wolves last year.
I think they have a good balance, too.
They could punch you in the mouth.
And the fact that they're now, Amon Thompson's coming off the bench and he's doing his thing. Like, he's playing his ass off right now.
Clamp.
He really is. Like, I like their team, man. Like, they have a good balance of every position.
Yeah.
Like, every position. And then the fact that Alperen Şengün, I think Steven Adams is back, too.
I think he is, too.
So
I don't know if he played tonight, though.
That would be huge. I'm trying to figure out who the other, was it Jock Landale that they have on?
Yeah, but he's not playing tonight.
I'm trying to remember who else. They just,
but Jock played the other day. He's been playing for them.
Yeah.
Şengün. Şengün?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, he's good. Like, they have a complete roster, in my opinion.
Yeah, they do. And they got vets, too. Like, Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet were great signings for them. And then Aaron Holiday, too. Like, they just got – I like their team a lot.
I think they'll be fun when they get to the playoffs.
I think so, too. They could definitely make some noise. Right now, as the 3 seed, they would play the Nuggets. That would be a fun-ass series. Şengün versus Jokic.
Şengün going to get cooked. I'm going to be for real, but it'll be fun to watch it.
Bro, if they played, I think I would take the Rockets.
Oh, for real? Oh, yeah. My bad.
I think their perimeter defense would fuck with all. Like, I think Jokic would probably average 40.
Yeah.
But those other dudes, bro, would get bagged for
Jamal
sure.
Murray is probably averaging like 9 points.
Oh, yeah. Jamal Murray's brawny numbers. Number
That's
2,
low.
the Thunder. I'm not going to go in the way you went in because I think we could figure it out and end up as the 1 seed. But the big man injuries are just killing us, bro. It's like we should whoop on the Mavericks realistically, but PJ Washington had a fucking game. And I seen dumbass Mavericks fans saying that he owns us. Like, bro, let's be for real. Let's be so for real, bro. If PJ Washington didn't have a good game yesterday, there's some problems because the center that was guarding him was Zion Williamson, bro. I love how they just fed him the ball and let him work.
Exactly.
That's what the Mavericks should have done. They had a great game plan going into that game, and they cooked. But the big man injuries are killing us. Once Hartenstein comes back, bro, hey, it's a great time to be a Thunder fan.
To all of y'all making fun of me for picking up Isaiah Hartenstein and stashing him in fantasy, just you wait.
Come on, Rico.
Just you wait.
Come on.
You're one of them too, Rico.
Come on, Rico.
Just y'all wait, man. But yeah, I put down just injuries and I put down sad because I like how this is literally my one complaint from last year. I literally said the only thing that'll stop OKC is injuries. And then you had Isaiah go out, you had Chet go out next, but then who was that? Who was before that too? You had somebody else.
Jalen Williams.
Center. The other Jalen Williams, he went out. So as long as you get one of those guys back, you guys can stay in contention because also they have the best. I think they have the best perimeter defense in the league.
It might be the best perimeter defense ever. I'm not playing.
I'm trying to think of any other team.
Try to think in recent history in the last 10 to 15 years. I don't think I could think of maybe the Celtics.
I was low key thinking the Celtics too because what's it called?
Drew, Derek White.
I was thinking even like the Dennis Johnson era. Like I think they had a couple of clamp leaders on that team.
I couldn't tell you shit about that.
But
I know Dennis Johnson, but
it might be last year's Celtics.
You know, I don't even know if you could like clearly say that they're better than the Thunder though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that perimeter defense is legit. The fact that we could like whoop on the Suns like that without a center,
yeah,
is crazy. I mean, I know their center is Nurkic, but like that's a 7-footer, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, they can't even get him the ball because our defense is so tight. I fuck with our team, bro. But the number one team is the Golden State Warriors in the West. That's another team I called. I said they were going to be top 3, and people hated on that one, but I don't know ball. My biggest disappointment for the Warriors has been Podziemski AirPods. I think if he could figure it out, this team is like even. I mean, it's not even like it makes them that much better because they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
But like it definitely helps for sure.
Yeah. The only complaint I have, but it's not really a huge complaint because they did show in the last 2 or 3 games that they can compete against these big teams. But I said they have not played that many good teams. Yeah, but at the same time, the way they're playing these teams that are clearly not as good as them, they're playing like a contender. They're playing strong. They're playing fast, and that is a benefit because also this team is built for small ball, and small ball is the Warriors' way. So I
don't think you're that right about that, Phil.
The small ball?
No, the good teams, bro. They beat
not that many.
They beat the Rockets.
Yep.
They beat the Celtics. They beat the Thunder. They lost to the Cavs. They beat the Mavericks, and they beat the Grizzlies.
Who was on that Grizzlies team?
I mean, it's still the Grizzlies. They've been hooping. But Jaren played. I mean, obviously, John Morant didn't play. This was like recently. Mm-hmm. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have beat a lot of teams that are giving a lot of teams problems.
Yeah, but
even if you don't want to count the Grizzlies, bro. That's Cavs, Celtics, Rockets.
Wait,
Thunder.
They beat the Cavs?
No, they played the Cavs.
Okay.
Cavs, Celtics, Rockets. Who else did I say? Clippers when the Clippers were hooping, and the Thunder. Like that's. I mean, we're talking about 15 games into the season, bro. That's pretty decent.
I know. I'm just saying that's why it's not too much.
But I mean, like no team has played like 20 great teams, you know?
That's why it was my only small complaint. Okay. But I'm still trying to give them their props. Like they look good.
Yeah.
Like that roster is built for small ball.
Yeah.
The Kyle Anderson pickup was low-key the like I know Buddy Hield and all that. That was like a cool pickup, but Kyle Anderson was my favorite pickup for him.
He's been hooping. DeAnthony Melton finally got going and then he got hurt, which sucks. But yeah, I agree with you. They've made some great moves. I told y'all, bro. I hate being but I've been doing it a lot lately, so I might need to chill out. But it's just like it's hard to not say it when everything you say in the offseason is right.
That's true.
Because I told y'all that I would rather have the dudes they picked up over Klay Thompson. One team is number 1 in the West. One team is number 10 in the West.
Oh, man. Let's just see if they can keep it this way. Keep top 3.
I mean, this team, though, I feel like there's nothing they could, like, other than injuries, obviously, but, like, I don't see anything on this roster that scares me. Mm-hmm. You know, like, Buddy Hield has kind of cooled down from the start of the year, and they're still looking really good. So, I'm fucking with this team, bro. I'm fucking with this team a lot. Mm-hmm. But y'all let us know what your biggest disappointment was for your favorite team, and Phil will let you know what to do the rest.
Yes, sir. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. Me and Anna out, and let's bounce.
Boom.